Good day, everybody. It's John Preto. I'm excited. We have two very important guests today. You already saw Mr. Matthias. I don't know if he's that way or that way or that way, depending on your interface. And I have a very special guest who is actually going to take over my show. I've been doing this. What episode is this now, Larry? 85. Where's the director cam? So that you could see the people behind the
There he
scenes.
is.
Thank you. There's behind
There's
the
the
scenes.
audience.
And you also have the CEO of dascoin, Mr. Michael Matthias. Welcome, Michael, to today's program.
Hello, everybody. Can you
And
hear me?
we're going to talk a little bit about why this gentleman, David Cavassier, is here. I'm going to open with a little introduction about David. David is a long-term friend of mine. Dave is an Emmy award-winning news anchor. 37 years? How many?
That's right.
37 years. David worked at two of the network affiliates, both ABC and NBC?
NBC and CBS. Yep.
And David recently retired. I said, "You're not retiring. You're coming to work to be the media ambassador of the NetLeaders and the dascoin ecosystem."
And I said, what?
David is recognized as one of the good guys in the news business. David and I just attended a charity event, and it was amazing to hear several of the people come up and say nice things about Dave. And Dave is a respected member of the media and was kind of disillusioned of where the media is going.
I can see where it's heading, and I'm not sure it's where I want to be, so I'm happy to be here, you know?
Yeah, so I used to be the Shell answer man on David's show. He had a radio show, technology, like how many years? 20?
So at least 20 years ago, we called it Cyber Talk, and we just sit and talk computers and geek stuff for an hour.
Right.
Sean was great for that.
And we stayed in touch. He went and took care of his parents, just as I did, and then returned back to the Las Vegas, Southern Nevada area, and came to work for CBS and was there for
That's 14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So.
And recently and retired and is in doing voiceover work and other
Some on-camera work too.
on-camera work. So
it's perfect for me.
We're honored and happy to have Dave as part of the NetLeaders and dascoin.
It's great being
ecosystem system. You're going to see Dave in the NetLeaders University. You'll probably see him on some videos that we do for some video emails, etc. Anytime I have the opportunity to utilize his talents, you'll see Dave around, and as an MC for the event here locally in Las Vegas as well. So good to have you.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's great to be part of dascoin.
Yeah, so you'll see David, and we have another female anchor that we're courting as well. And so the idea there is to have David and his co-host instead of myself, because I'm traveling so much and very, very busy. These two are taking the reins of the show and will give the state of the affairs every week. So very, very happy and honored to have these guys. And he's not a morning guy.
I don't even drink coffee. But John hasn't even showed me the official company handshake yet. But I'm here anyway.
Dave used to do the 5, 6, and 11 o'clock.
Right. So I'm a late night person. But for this, I'm getting up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Dave. So we have Mr. Matthias, the CEO of dascoin.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Yeah, Dave, I gotta say, this is a true honor because I have lived in Las Vegas for many years, and this is surreal for me to we have Dave Cavassier here. It's really cool. Really cool. So thanks.
Well, thank you so much. That makes me feel welcomed.
No, everybody that is on this, you got to understand, Dave is a big deal in Las Vegas. So yeah, it's quite an honor to have you.
High praise coming from you, Michael.
Well, it's very heartfelt. I mean, you're a true talent. So I'm excited to have you leading us here on the webinars. It's great.
This is exciting for me. You guys have cutting edge technology here, and it's the next step above what broadcasting has become or has relegated itself to. So now we're on a new tack, and it's great.
Yeah. No, there's so many exciting things going on, and that's part of what we want to talk about today, I think.
Right.
John,
So,
what do
Michael,
you?
I've got the list of the email line items that went out last night, which are very important, I think. I don't know, you wanted to cover how do you want to cover these?
Maybe just go down the list and we can just, just talk, add a little more color to things. Maybe that's the best way to go.
Okay, so this is amazing announcement that were made. I mean, I don't know how to best articulate. It's kind of ephemeral, the amount of changes that we've made prior to our launch at the London event, which is later this April, where we launch into the public market space. And so 40% reserve account eliminated. So
Yeah, so I think that the important thing here is that so we created an environment to cultivate the beginning of a market for dascoin, and to do that, we dedicated a certain amount of the commissions that were coming from NetLeaders to this reserve account, and so 40% were going into that, and that was basically to kind of force some demand. Then we also, on the other side, when everyone knows when dascoin is minted, it goes into a vault, and the transfer from the vault to the hot wallet, we had a daily limit on what could go from the vault to the hot wallet, and that was also another. So that was just to help to provide a little bit more scarcity for this early market. Now we've reached a point, and Dave, you might not be aware of this. We just crossed in the last 2 weeks the 100,000 license sold. So a lot of activity. We've been trading on this exchange, the DAS exchange, for 6 months. So we've reached a point where we wanted to let go of those of any element of artificial price support. We wanted to attract we're looking to attract institutional players to our ecosystem and what we're doing here. So we've basically let go of any of that artificial support. And what that's allowing us to do is now there's going to be an authentic technical personality to the dascoin. And that's going to allow these institutional players to really get to know the activity on a fundamental or on a technical basis. And then also we're going to be pushing the fundamental basis as well. So we wanted to provide that in this month leading up to our launch. That was really important. So we decided to take this action. We had a long board meeting. We really considered these factors and weighed them among our entire ecosystem. So it's a very interesting ecosystem. We can get into that. You're going to become familiar with that, Dave. I think some of the people online are familiar with it, but I think that this is the opportunity, and what we're going to do in London, give everyone the opportunity to really more deeply understand our entire ecosystem and how we're working, how the value is built. I think that's really, really important.
yes, well said, Michael. I appreciate that. So you covered the next item on my list, which was the daily transfer limits removed, which is Michael did a fantastic job articulating why that's important. And then the next thing on the list is the dascoin source code on GitHub. How do you want to explain this one, Michael?
Well, this is exciting because we have an unusual, we have a hybrid structure. So we're not completely decentralized, and we're certainly not completely centralized. We have a very unique way and a very efficient, highly efficient way for our nodes to talk to each other. So we have a private peer-to-peer network, essentially. The rest of our system is completely transparent. And so we wanted to make sure we've had this dascoinexplorer.com site, all the data on our site, all the data on our blockchain is contained there. And so that's been available. But we wanted to take it to the next level here, and that's why we're now sharing our entire code base on GitHub, which is the usual decentralized repository, or it's the repository for decentralized systems. And so we've now released that. People can go through, they can see just how legit our technology is. And we have a world-class team that is working on this technology. So this just takes us, again, it's preparation for a public market for what we're doing here.
So I'm 30 years technology business. GitHub is a portal that allows programmers to list their code and share their code with the world. And that's what GitHub is, and that's what we've done with the dascoin code. And so you can go to github.com, search for dascoin, and you can actually go see the code for yourself. And so that's a huge milestone for dascoin. And
transparency is the key. You know, we want to be very transparent. We don't want to have anything artificial, you know, affecting the price going forward. So
hats off to Michael and his dascoin team. I was in Serbia last week and actually got to go into the intersanctum to see the developers. I'm told there's close to 40 developers now. 40. That's quite significant. Last I heard, Coinbase had 20 full-time developers who have doubled the development staff that Coinbase has. That's quite significant.
Yeah, we have an awesome team. That is.
Yeah, it was impressive. It says on the email from yesterday, coming soon, technical white paper and consumer blue paper scheduled to be published before April 27th event.
Yeah, so what's cool about this is we've been long asked for. So we presented a white paper March 31st of last year. It was not as technical, and we did that on purpose, as the average white paper or some of the white papers, because we're built on top of graphene. We're a fork of BitShares essentially, and so there's a lot of elements that we didn't need to prove out or substantiate in a white paper. But we also wanted to have a very consumer friendly, but we didn't want to go too far in that way. So it was striking a balance. Well, we've decided with the feedback that we actually need one version that's even more consumer friendly and more just, you know, for the average person to understand what we're doing. And then we actually need a deeper technical paper. So we're talking about it internally as a white paper for the technical one. And then we're just creating a term here of just with the dascoin colors. We're going with a blue paper for the you know, the more consumer friendly one. And in that one, there's going to be some more illustrations, easier text, more digestible. And then for the white paper, we're going to go deeper into things and really, you know, get technical. So I think it's a good combination.
So far, Michael, we have 1.7K hearts. So that means Mr. Matthias is the highest rated guest that we ever had on the show.
I'm honored.
It's devilish good looks, I'm sure. Those are all the girls giving you hearts.
Very well. Let's move on.
Hey, Harumph.
Next on the list is best promotion ever, which it is. And so those that have received the email from last night, 50% bonus cycles provided on every license sale this week. Promotion ends April 8th.
I think one of the cool things about this, I mean, this was the NetLeaders exec team that made this decision. I think what's cool about it is, so we have been, and I made this point over the weekend, we've been on this amazing streak of record months. And it started, if people look back, it really started with the launch of our blockchain, but there was a time that traditionally is a lull in the, you know, in the realm of referral-based marketing. And we decided to do a great promotion this was in August of this year. Many on this call will remember this. We did something for the people that were with us. We did something for the new people, right? And it just launched us into an amazing string of record months. And we learned from this. I think collectively as an ecosystem, we learned, wow, these promotions really work. Now, we also learned that when you have a really great promotion and you offer that, it kind of can disappoint the people that had just bought licenses. And so we talked this through collectively, and we decided on this idea of these retro bonus cycles. So it's kind of the echo of the promotion is
Which
we
is
let
the next line item on the list.
yeah. So that I think is a really important part, because we learned how effective these are, and because I had heard that people are saying, oh, this is like bigger than they ever thought. So like, why did this happen? And I think people need to understand these work like amazingly well, the promotions, and we're coming off of. And John, you were the one who gave me this news, and I want to like emphasize this for everybody. We had a record week that would literally have been, in 1 week, we did what would have been the record month up until November of this past year. So we did it that level in one week. And we had absolutely, the week for, NetLeaders was just phenomenal. So that's a hats off to John and everybody on this call. We're blown away with the results we saw. It's incredible job.
Yes, it's a lot of our hard work for the last 3 years, Mike.
Absolutely, and so this is why I think that like it really makes sense leading up right now until this big event in London. We want to take it to the next level, and I think that it's going to be a great move. So I think really looking to see what happens in the next few weeks leading up, but it's getting really exciting. I think that we have. I mean, are we going to talk about the London event at all? Because that's something.
That's the last thing I have on my list.
You're just leading up to everything. This is great.
So yeah, what's really, I think a lot of people don't. We have there's a deep understanding among the people watching this on what we're doing, but I feel that a lot of us are going to take it to the next level at this event, because we're going to present all of the deeper strategies of this next phase of growth. And I think that a lot of people, they don't understand how big the utility of the cycles are and what we're doing with that. What's planned for the businesses that are building on this platform. We're going to give a really cool glimpse into those. So I think the highlight to me is going to be this rapid fire overview of these amazing businesses and what they're going to be doing on our platform. And it's really going to reframe everything for people, because we sometimes, people are, they're looking at the little tick by tick of dascoin at a price, right? That is not where our focus is, because this is a long-term, this is where the value of the whole ecosystem is in the real world utility, and that's in the cycles. Like the cycles are going to be so it's what we can do with cycles on this platform. That's what the story is about. And that's why, something like this promotion right now is really exciting, because those cycles can be used. A lot of people don't, are thinking, oh, they're going to go straight into the minting queue. That is one thing that you can do, but the other thing, more and more, is going to become the primary thing, is to use those cycles to create on our platform, on our global network. They're going to be using cycles to build applications, to build businesses. And we're going to unveil that. That is, so far the business, I think, has been, I think of it as it's a business to entrepreneur, a B to E type of equation here, where we've been gathering up a group of people, the advocates out there in NetLeaders, that see the vision. Think of it as the frontier town that, the railroad's coming through. People want to get a piece, want to get in position. But now, this next phase is the build out of that whole town, like that. And so that is really getting exciting, getting very real, the utility of that. And I think it will not have come together for people as well as it's going to be when presented end to end in London. It's just going to be this amazing, like we have an incredible event that is coming on that 27th, and then NetLeaders is having an event, the following day. But this is really the first dascoin event, dedicated dascoin event on the 27th, and it is going to be a show of shows. I mean, it's going to be really helpful for everybody to see and get a real good feel of the whole vision of what we're doing and the true utility of what we're building out. So that gets me really excited.
Hey, Michael, just since we have you on this week, can you give everybody a 30,000-foot overview of the Paris event?
Yes. So that was really cool. We did this on the 26th of March, and the idea there was we have the most cost-effective blockchain technology in the industry, and this fact is going to become more known. In general, our profile, and this is why we've waited here until we're trading. There's questions, that we're always, that there's always vulnerabilities for, but you're not trading. So we've been playing everything close to the vest and we're about to do our debutante, right? We're coming out to the world, and people are going to know a lot more about what the strengths are of what we're doing. And one of those is this incredible cost-effective element to our technology. And it's why we're really different from, this, when I was talking about earlier in the call, the peer-to-peer network, how our nodes communicate with each other. It's the most cost-effective way to create a blockchain, in my opinion, and in others' opinions as well. It's a consortium-based blockchain. That is going to be highly attractive to numerous industries, and also obviously the participants in those industries, the companies in those industries. So we kicked things off in Paris with an event at the Eiffel Tower. We wanted to, really send the word out that, hey, we are going to use our cost-effective technology to offer industry-based blockchains that are dedicated for the needs of that particular industry. And so we kicked it off with the fashion industry. There's a real need to protect creative works. And so we thought this is an ideal way to showcase it. It's a cool place to showcase it. And so It just gets things moving. Now, this wasn't a launch of that. We're going to have that event coming up. That's likely to be third quarter. But what it is just an announcement of the series of industry blockchains that are coming. And we will be doing this launch of that fashion blockchain. That's going to be coming up again. It'll be a second half of the year and hopefully third quarter. So we'll be in touch with everybody about that. But that'll be a not to be missed event as well. So
my wife wants to put, every time I forget to take the garbage out to the street, she wants to put that on the blockchain so that she can yell at me in the years coming. A little humor.
Yeah, very little. Okay.
Thanks, Dave. This is why Dave is joining us. No pressure, Dave. Thanks, John.
We covered all my notes, Michael, for this week, and we're pretty close to the bottom of the hour. I don't know if there's anything additional you wanted to add. We're very honored to have David.
Do we have any? Is there any Q&A? We could have any chance to do a quick Q&A.
Larry will have to tell me if people are throwing stuff in the question, or you could see it too, Mike.
I'm looking for it, and I'm not.
There should be a twirl down chevron on questions.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Why is that not opening? Hold on, it's opening. Show. I don't see the feed here. Yeah, it's not populating. I don't know. Is it working?
Yeah.
System working? This is not our technology. This is GoToWebinar.
No, this is GoToWebinar.
Yeah.
One point.
Questions, Chevron. You should see some questions. Oh, but no questions? Usually there's 4 or 5 in there. And this is the reason why we do that. I like to do this live. People say, Preto, you're crazy. Why do you do this stuff live? Because bandwidth and lighting and the guys out blowing the leaves, every Wednesday. because I like the ability to know that we're transparent and you can ask questions
So
direct
true.
of the
Very important.
founders. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Unfortunately, we don't see any questions. That's the issue here. But you know what? Yeah, I think I'm trying to think if there is anything that
But
I'm
there's a
super
drop down
excited
for
about this
questions, a
setup.
little box that you can twirl down, and there's 0 in there. Oh,
John,
commission cap.
I gotta
That was
say
on the
that.
list as an open-ended question on the email yesterday, the commission cap.
Yeah, so that I think that I think is going to be covered in that we do nothing that doesn't go into effect. I think that that's going into effect once it's communicated. So I know that Doug they're working on that. So I think
Right.
that won't be in effect until the field is notified. So I know
So we say stay tuned. There's further details forthcoming.
Yeah, I think that I know that I think that there's going to be something announced that's pretty exciting. I was talking to the tech team, so that's going to be, I think, tomorrow. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag on that, but I think there is a cool bit of news that's coming. So I'll leave that as and we just in general, I really want to just make a point of talking one more time about the London event, just because I just think it will take everyone's understanding who's in attendance to the next level. I really feel with this show and just the vibe that we're going to have there, the content though, and being able to interact with some of this extended, like we're attracting now, we've attracted great people through this network, and Dave, this will be interesting for you to see, because there's nothing like this network and how it pulls in resources, how it reaches out and educates and builds this license sale, and then also how it pulls in incredible people. And so we have great people that are working in this enterprise, in this worldwide ecosystem. But we're now starting to pull in businesses that want to build on it. And so interacting with those, so there's going to be a long list of companies with, I think in every case, the CEOs and the teams are so experienced. It's just incredibly impressive. Now, they're all going to be in London. They're going to be doing different presentations throughout the weekend, and people can interact, our advocates can interact with them, and these are all things that are coming onto our platform. So the vision for where this is going is going to blow people's minds.
It's impressive.
So yeah, it's going to be something. And so I think that everybody who can get there, it'll just take the whole understanding of the DAS ecosystem to the next level. And so I think it's just going to be great. So I want to make sure this is not your average. We have great events, but this is the next level of event. So I'll leave it at that.
I think that's good. We're at the bottom of the hour. I'd like to keep these things
okay.
Minutes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it short.
So thank you, Mr. Michael Matthias, CEO of Daskcoin, for coming on. He's our highest rated guest when he comes on. We love to see him. He's just got a wealth of information because he's there at ground zero with the development team. I'm here in Las Vegas, and you don't have to call and get information. But Michael's always a wealth of information, and very honored to have Mr.
Honored to be here.
On the team.
Great.
You'll see him forthcoming on future webcasts and other media that we publish. Certainly NetLeaders University and some other pieces forthcoming. So with that, we'll see everybody
Good to see you,
next
Michael.
week.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Guys.